Right then lads, sorry for the delay on this video. This is the Newcastle United vs Wolves video. Obviously there was no preview and predicted team, I just really didn't have the time to do them, unfortunately, and then it was Halloween so I went out. But I still watched the game, Sunday now, all fresh, and we're going to do an in-depth review of the game on Saturday. Big week it was for Newcastle United, picking up a win, a draw and a loss, obviously beating Crystal Palace and then getting beat to Dortmund, then drawing to Wolves. If someone said that to me at the start, I wouldn't have minded, to be honest, but I think we were a little bit lucky against Wolves. But we'll go through it all. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, but let's speak about this Newcastle Wolves game. So starting off, the main talking point is the penalty, but we'll go through how it all happened. So 1-0, Wolves were a bit funny saying that they should have a penalty. I personally don't think it is. I think it's it's poor goalkeeping from Jose Sarr, and then his defenders pushed into Longstaff, and then he went into the keeper. But I think the keeper has just generally slipped, missed the ball, and Wilson should have scored the first one, gets the rebound the back of the net, and then we are 1-0 up. I think their corner, I think it's poor from Nick Pope. I think he's committed and then not committed, which it sounds daft. As the ball's got whipped in, it's Trippier's man, Lamina, who scored. Pope comes out to try and claim it, but then goes back in the goal. You either fully commit or you don't commit whatsoever. That's the only downside to that goal. I think if Pope stands his ground in the net, he saves that. But I think if he comes out and attempts to catch it, he probably gets a punch on it, because we know Nick Pope doesn't catch the ball. I've seen a lot of criticism about Nick Pope on Twitter, which I think I could understand why, but it's still a bit. People are saying bring Dubravka and that in. I wouldn't mind Dubravka started against Manchester United, against his old team that he spent on a little bit of loan time last season. I think it'd be a distraction for them, but that was their goal. And then just before half time, obviously it took a long time for this penalty decision, and you know me lads, I'm brutally honest when it comes to anything like this, and it wasn't a pen. It really wasn't. Newcastle got very lucky, but over the years, Wolves have had a lot of decisions go their way against us. The shirt pull on Sean Longstaff last season, and then 2 seasons before where Willy Bolly literally was on top of Dubravka, covering his face, couldn't do anything, and then scored. So I think we're being quite lucky there, but it's one of them where it's not went our way over the last couple of years, so I think we deserve that little bit of luck. And then obviously he just scores the penalty as well. Obviously he goes down the middle and Jose gets a touch on it, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh well, it was a pen and whatnot. It wasn't. It wasn't. Fabian Shaw is a very clever footballer. He always has been, but he knows what he's looking for there. He's looking for that foul. You can just see Hang Wee-chan not done anything wrong in my opinion, and well, it's one of them. It's not a pen, it's not, but if that's outside the box, is it a free kick? It's a long story, but Gary O'Neill, their manager, wasn't happy about that decision, and I wouldn't be as well. But obviously looking from a Newcastle point of view, they've had a lot of decisions go their way over the years against us, so it's one of them that's just a little bit of karma. But we get the penalty, 2-1 at half time, and then we just look so tired, and with the injuries we've got at the minute, it is really heavy. Looking at that lineup, the injuries that we've got: Isaac, Anderson, Barnes, Murphy, Miley, Botman, and then obviously now Tonali's been officially banned, which is no good. But look at all them injuries. Our bench, man, we had 6 fullbacks and 2 goalkeepers. Dubravka, Gillespie, Dummett, Target, Kraft, Lewis Hall, Livramento, Matt Ritchie, and then Joe Willock, who actually came on as a substitute. But Manchester United, obviously I'm going to be doing the preview predicted team. They'll be out soon. Obviously changes will be getting made, and no doubt about it. I don't care if you go to Old Trafford, we need a lot of changes. And I've said it. I said it from day one when people going, "Oh, we had an unbelievable transfer window." I don't think we did, and we didn't do enough. We've signed a left back who's hardly played in Lewis Hall. Livramento started 1 game and he was unbelievable against Man City in the Carabao Cup. and then Tonali's now suspended, and then who's the other? And Harvey Barnes is out till next year. The signings that we've made have not influential the squad one single bit, really. And that's where I think that is our downside. I'd rather sign players who are going to come into the team and who are going to keep rotating. I made a video saying we've got to make some signings, and it proves now. People coming on and being like, no, I think we've got a good enough side to do well in the Champions League and all the competitions. For me, you have to sign another striker, because now with Isaac being injured, Callum Wilson's hamstrings, I actually wouldn't start Callum Wilson against Manchester United for the sake of making sure he's fit, but that's a different story. We should have signed another striker, we should have signed another winger, we should have signed another midfielder and another defender. I think the full-back situations are our only good bit of cover, because we've got a really good right back in Trippier, a really good left back in Danburn, and you've got Target and Hall as the replacements, and you've even got Kraft and Livramento on that right hand side, which I'm absolutely fine with. Even the centre half situation, we don't have a centre half. We've literally just got Lascelles and Shaw at the minute. Botman's still out, and obviously Dan Burke can move to centre half, but when he's played the last year at left back, it's going to be a bit of a shock to him when he goes back in the centre half, where it's a complete different ball game from playing left back and centre back. So looking at that, the injuries aren't going to help the squad, but they get their second goal to make it 2-2. It was a good goal. I think it was their centre back Toady who done the defenders. I think Gordon could have been a little bit stronger, but I think it's just good work by the centre half, running in between the lines. Plays down we can. Dan Burn dives in, and I don't think Nick Pope can really do anything. If he saves that, then it's a fucking unbelievable save, but doesn't, and it is 2-2. Fabian Shaw had a chance at the end, ball in the box, could have maybe done better, but obviously I'm not going to sit here and blame the weather. The weather didn't help, but we didn't draw that game because of the weather, absolutely not. But it's one of them games where a draw was fair, and it was. People still forget the amount of games we drew last season was ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And we drew to Wolves away last season and still got top 4. We drew to Bournemouth and Crystal Palace home and away. The amount of draws we got was ridiculous. Yes, we picked up a lot of points against the top 6, which we haven't done so far this season. These next games coming up are going to be crucial, and they are. I predicted Wolves to go down at the start of the season. They look like a much better team, and Gary O'Neill's done a really good job, and honestly deserves every bit of praise that he gets, because that Wolves team at the minute, Hang Wei Chan's on fire, Wolves are on fire, and they are doing very, very well. It's one of them games where the draw is fair, and you've got to just move on, forget about it, and we've got another big week. We've got Champions League and Carabao Cup against Manchester United, Dortmund, then we've got Arsenal at home. A busy week, so go on the Molineux, pick it up a point. I don't think it's the end of the world, but changes will be made for that Man United game. Big week ahead for Newcastle United. If we can just get this international break with no more injuries, hopefully it can be okay. See you in the next one, boys. Have a good one. Loads of videos coming out this week on the channel, and I'll see you all for the Manchester United game. Sorry there was no preview and predicted team for this game. We're very busy, like I said, but we'll be all out for the Manchester United game, and the games coming up for the tune. See you the next one, boys. Have a good one.